I call this meeting of the Veterans Advisory Committee of the City of Sebastian to order. May we have the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Everybody stand and salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we have a roll call, please?
Commander Heesh. Here. Frank Catrone, who's representing the VFW, is not here. Mr. Peeler, Commander.
Here.
Thank you. Chairman Newland.
Here.
Thank you. Shar Kinlan, representing the Ladies Auxiliary. Here. Thank you. There isn't an alternate representing the VFW, but we do have an alternate for the American Legion, Mr. Jordan.
Barney Jordan here.
Thank you.
Do we have an approval of the minutes of the meeting of the February 2nd?
I move that we accept the minutes as presented.
There's a motion to accept. May I have a second? I'll second. Your second is all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is accepted, and I've signed it. Mr. City Manager, it is with great honor that I say that the improvements down at Memorial Park are spectacular. And the veterans recognize it. The people attending recognize it. And I realize that a lot of effort's been put in by the parks to make it a first-class place, and it is an honor to be able to go to such a nice location and do the various recognitions that we do. And thank you so much. Will you please pass that on to Chris?
Yes, sir. I'd be happy to. We talked about this, if you don't mind me making a few words. We talked about this at last week's council meeting, and we expressed our gratitude to our Public Works Department, Parks and Rec people who were down there and had it pretty much manicured to our standards for the Memorial Day Remembrance last week. I thought everything came off well. We had an opportunity to put that new flagpole in that we've been talking about a week prior, but I was worried about something happening, the flagpole not being there for our Memorial Day ceremony, so we pushed that back to the day after that. The new flagpole is now installed, so and we're going to take the other flagpole, recondition it, install it at the airport, so that's what we're doing there. We've also gone down there and got a rough idea what we want to do with providing for better connectivity for folks who might be disabled. We've recognized that as being kind of an issue, and we're working on that. So we're working on an overall plan for our Veterans Memorial. We want to make sure that there's better connectivity for handicapped, disabled folks, and also we're working on the disabled handicap parking that is a little bit of a problem down there. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'll pass the word to our Parks and Recs folks.
We've noticed that the pads that were put in have added a lot of stability to the grandstands, and I've heard a few people show their appreciation for that. A lot of them appreciate it, but they don't say it. They just, oh, this is really nice, but sometimes we don't hear it, but it is appreciated.
You know, that's fine, I think. Andrea Coy said it best the other night at the council meeting. She said, it's great when there's no parking available down here, because that means that the memorial is filled up with folks, and so that's a good sign. The fact that more and more people show up
Yes.
shows that they want to come down there for those events. We are working on more pads. I think there should be something, it concerned me that the band, the high school band, didn't have a stable place to put their, their
Bandstands.
sheets of music
Yeah,
and things like
music
that.
stands,
Yeah, little things like that we're going to try to tweak and make better. But yes, sir, we're aware of that.
Well, the improvements definitely are noticeable. And let me say on a personal note how much I appreciate the police blocking off the street behind. It has made a great improvement in noise reduction during the ceremony. And I realize that people driving past, if we hadn't had it blocked off like the old days, they weren't aware of what we were doing, and they weren't deliberately trying to interrupt our ceremony, I don't believe. So, but this at least keeps them, keeps the noise away to a great deal, and we do appreciate that. It has been very effective.
Mr.
And I
Chairman,
think-
we also like to thank the Veterans Committee, the Indian River County Veterans Council, for supplying a bus to transport the Honor Guard crews down and back from the park on it, and they will also be helping us bringing the veterans up there in the 4th of July parade. And we want to thank the volunteers of the Sebastian Police Department for those were ones that actually did the traffic control around the area of the park during this event.
The use of that bus goes a long way towards reducing the number of individual parking spaces being taken up just by the veterans.
Sure.
And would there be any way that the street behind could be opened up to parking?
Not to let the cat out of the bag, but some of the things that, and this is kind of just spitballing, some of the things that we've thrown out to try to do is the fence, that barrier that's on the south side of the Veterans Memorial, just on the south side of
Yes.
the Dorchester Monument for chaplains. I would like to see parking spaces put in all along there that are all disabled parking. Now, not a problem with disabled parking, but a requirement for disabled parking, you can't have disabled parking and then have somebody disabled move from that parking area, paved parking area, onto grass. You have to provide some connectivity, a solid surface. So we're working on that, but that's what I'd like to do. There's also been a proposal that now that we have that new paved parking area adjacent to the splash pad, does everybody know what I'm talking about? That the area, and this is just a proposal, that area to the east of that crosswalk from the splash pad area over to the park, that area from the crosswalk down to, on Harrison, down to Indian River Drive, be made part of the park. In other words, that road be blocked off there, because it would be connectivity for cars to go through that splash pad parking lot and back around to US 1 and things like that. It will take some council approval, obviously, and it's just an idea. I think it has some merit. It could provide better stable areas for veterans memorials and Patriots Day things and stuff that we do down there at the Veterans Memorial. More area for stands that we could put up and things like that. We really turn that from a road back to the park. We turn it back over to a park setting. So those are some of the things that have been bounced around.
Just a point of clarification, that paved parking that's just gone in down there by the splash pad, that is still city parking. Is that
Sir?
correct?
Absolutely. City parking.
Yeah.
That's right.
They've done a beautiful job of putting that in.
Actually, the way that came about, not to be wordy about it, but I mean, I think it's notable for citizens to realize this, that the developer for Riverview Plaza, where Italian Cousins is and where Squidley's is now, and the developer for that, he actually put that in, paid for that parking to go in. Paid for that paved parking and the connectivity between that parking area And that little strip shopping center, he paid for that. The developer paid for that. That wasn't on the city's dime. So, and I think it's turned out really well.
Well, good. So a dual purpose.
Yes, sir.
Is it possibility, Joe, to make a walking bridge across that little ditch into the old Walmart parking lot? If we get to that point?
That ditch, if I'm not mistaken, is county. I might be misspeaking here, but I think it is. So that might take some coordination. And the city no longer has an agreement with the company that manages that parking lot.
Oh, okay.
So we don't have as I say, we don't have an agreement for one of our festivals or the clam bake or the art festival, things like that, to use that parking lot. So it really would be, I would doubt that they would like us putting that connectivity. That's encouraging the parking on that lot where they haven't agreed to it. So
Well,
it's
yeah,
kind of a
I agree.
conflict.
But I thought if he's looking for more parking lot area, it's a possibility that somebody can talk to him or whatever, maybe. It's not as far to walk from that point as it is all the way up from the other point.
True.
But all that new parking you've got just north of where all the boats park, that's
Yes.
beautiful. You guys did a terrific job there.
Well, consider also that there is a proposal and an approval to pave the Cavcore lot. We're going to do that this summer. Hopefully, right after the July 4th holiday. We might be pushing it timing-wise because we would have to get that finished before the clam bake
Yeah.
festival, which is in early November. But there is a proposal, it's been approved by council. We're fixing to get that out there pending. We need one more permit and the design finished up. Once all that's done, get that out there, get that built. Now, if I see we're going to run up to a problem where we can't get that built after the July 4th festival, and then would not be finished before the Clam Bake Festival, I'm going to put it off until right after the Clam Bake Festival, because I don't want anything to interfere with that Clam Bake parking.
No.
So, but we also have added along Indian River Drive, not only, the parking on Cleveland, Coolidge Street, all that angled-in parking and parallel parking. There's also that area that's on the west side of Indian River Drive that we can use for temporary parking when there is a festival. So we've added a considerable amount of parking along there, and I think the Coolidge, the Presidential Street project really came out well for that.
Well, thank you.
It-
It has,
Sorry that was so windy.
it's come a long way. Okay, the next thing on our agenda is the VFW American Legion sewer connection update. Commander Peeler, would you like to address that first?
Yeah, I talked to Todd Smith yesterday, and they're trying to gather up information. I called Commander Hersey that how much water use that we had last year, so they know how big a pump, or not a pump, but a station for all the water to go in. And so they're working on that. All the elevations, I think, have been run. I don't know whether he's contacted you or anything about that, but he says that it's just on the verge of getting ready to go. So yeah, I'll try to keep everybody informed.
This is a concept that's trying to figure out how our storage will be.
Okay, you need your microphone.
It's on now.
Okay. All righty. So is there any other input on that, on the sewer that covers everything?
Right now, we
Okay,
got it.
fine. All right. We don't have anybody here in the public to put in an input. However, from that, we do have on June 13th, we will have a flag retirement at the park at 10 a.m. and it probably will last 30, 45 minutes at the most. Anybody have any input on that? Okay.
Chairman Wayne, are we going to bring something, are we going to burn these flags at the park? Do we need a burn barrel or?
Yeah, the chairman of that committee was supposed to contact you to see about using the American Legion burn barrel. They haul it down, haul it back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Puzo had contacted me about it.
From the city point of view, is there any problem with that burn barrel being used down there?
The city does not issue burn permits. I don't think there's a burn permit. I don't think there's a burn permit required where you have that a barrel. Mm-hmm. I assume it's like a 50-gallon barrel, something like that.
Well, what it is, Joe, I've got one at the house. It's a gas tank, about 150-gallon gas tank that's stands about so high, grate in the bottom, and everything. So it's heavy enough that, and we've got a cover that across the top of it also.
Mr. Puzo has talked about this in the class presentations we've had, and I understand that the flag burning end of it was going to be more or less ceremonial, and the rest of the flags will be burned separately later.
Oh, okay.
That's what I understand, but I could be wrong.
I didn't know
but
exactly where we was going to burn them, but
This whole flag retirement is ceremonial as opposed to mass retirement.
Opposed to a real burning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Under new business,
Yes, I have.
you have something for
I
us?
have some new business. I'd like to give a little background about this. This is a program in the Indian River County school system schools, which what the veterans in the it's called Veterans in the Classroom. It originated at the Veterans Council of Indian River, but basically the program, when I became a delegate, has been run up here in North County successfully. The rest of the county seems to be a little lacking on it. What has happened is that this year, we've done it several years, but this year we have a 45-minute program involving Americanism. Now, we actually have 3 programs. One is on Veterans Day, which is for active veterans recognition. The other is on Memorial Day recognition. And the other one, anytime during the year, is Americanism. And what this Americanism program consists of is that we have a DVD when Red Skelton, a very well-known comedian back in the 50s and 60s, who talks about the Pledge of Allegiance and what it means. The classes generally are 4th, 5th, 6th graders, is generally what this run is on, sometimes 7th graders. After that, it talk about the flag. We then have a presentation on the 10 myths of the flag code. For instance, if you drop a flag, can you use it again? And the question is obviously yes. But these are things that people don't know. We then have a presentation concerning the War of 1812, and we talk about we have a very good presentation of the national anthem and how it came about on it. And then we also have usually after that, if it's a Memorial Day coming up, we'll put in something about Memorial Day. If it's Veterans Day, we'll put something about Veterans Day in. And then we generally, after a question and answer session, we will generally conclude the program with a flag folding ceremony as is given by military honors. And we actually have the students in the class come up, and they are shown how to unfold the flag and how to fold the flag back, and we read the different presentations. This program has been very successful. It's been accepted by the teachers, particularly in the Sebastian Middle School. Mr. Jack Hodge has been very favorable to us in the program. But in any case, this year we invited a member of the school board as well as the county commissioner to come to attend one of the classes at the middle school, and we did on it. And It is pending now. We don't know whether this program will be accepted actually into the school system itself on it. But what we did, we had this 50-minute program. We gave it to the Gifford Middle School, Dodgertown Elementary, Sebastian Middle School, 2 days, Treasure Coast Elementary. We had 16 combined sessions. Now, what session could have as many as 3 classes at a time in it? For instance, up at the middle school, they have a big auditorium, and there they can put a lot in. In Treasure Coast, they have a small classes, so they just combine 2 classes involved on it. So we had 16 sessions, and we estimated that students that attended were 335 students saw this program on it. We have an Ivy Instruct for the VFW. We have Peter Puzo representing the Sons of the Legion. We had other members of the American Legion and the VFW assisting in this program on it. So we wanted to let the council know that we are active, and we've been very active in North County with this program. And I have to say, in my conversations with the teachers, it is accepted very well. In fact, when I talked to the teachers at Treasure Coast, because it was Memorial Day, I said, do you want to have our Memorial Day program? They said, no, we'd like to see, we want the Americanism program. So it's looking good, and we're hopeful that if it does get approved, we're able to disseminate the information amongst other posts in the county, and they can handle it along with our post with the school board. That's my report.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is there any other business to come before the committee?
Joe, did you ever get that film that Doobie sent you about a museum he's got up north?
Yes, sir.
It did?
I did.
He would love to donate that thing to us down here, but I don't know what in the world we'd do with it, where we'd put it, but...
It was, I thought it was very extensive, incredibly professional. As a matter of fact, there was a function at the Sebastian Historical Society, their 30th anniversary. I think it was about 2-3 weeks ago. I went there. Bud O'Neill, who's a veteran, I don't know if y'all know Bud, he was there. He's one of the, I think he's the president of the society this year. They do have a small military section that's on display there in the Historical Society. It's very well done. It's really nice, but it's small. And the problem with, and I thought that would be a perfect place for what you're talking about, Commander Peeler, but the problem is I thought that display from up there in Connecticut or is it Connecticut or Massachusetts? Something
Yes,
like
I
that.
believe it is.
Connecticut. I just thought it was too big. I mean, there's just not room. Certainly we don't have room in City Hall for it or somewhere. I wouldn't want to put it in some place just nondescript, community center like that. I'd be worried about security. It's got to be a priceless collection. So we just didn't have a place for it.
Wade Lynn explained to me the film looked like it's a huge place, but he said it's probably, the way he measured it off by foot, about probably 12 by 16 room. He's got all of this stuff lined up around and has more packed away. Right. But he would like to see us have okay to put it on the American Legion property so that we could maintain it and do all the work for it, maybe a small fee or whatever. I don't know, right now it's not possible for us to buy anything to put on our property, or whether the city would even allow us to do it. That's when I asked you about that little house that you said that y'all were thinking about tearing it down and cleaning that lot and everything up.
That little house, we made a bid on that. I had an appraisal done on that property. We made a bid on it. The lady who owns it and her husband live in California. Not that matters, but I've been in contact with them a couple times, and frankly, they didn't like our appraisal number, the appraisal I received. So I don't know what she's going to do with it. You know, we had to back away. I'm kind of limited to what I can do money-wise, or take the council money-wise. So I don't know what she's going to do with that. And frankly, that piece of property, I think, Commander, would be, a little bit old, and you'd have to refurbish it, and that would be a huge expense, I would think. So for that.
Yeah, we looked at it, but I don't think it's usable, really.
No, it's not.
Okay.
All right. Anything from the ladies? Okay. Anything from the VFW?
No.
Okay. Anything further from the American Legion? Okay. I will
I
accept.
have one other thing,
Excuse me,
sir.
Joe.
I have one other thing, if you'd...
Yes, sir.
I got approached by one of our council members, Bob McPartland, who's an Army veteran, by the way, and he had asked me, because as he travels around, especially, he says every time he goes into Okeechobee, he sees at their city hall, or I don't know where it is over there, maybe at the VFW or American Legion, that they have a howitzer sitting out front, and I think a Huey Cobra sitting out front, and he wonders why, we can't do the same thing. And I didn't know if the Legion, VFW, or both would want to combine forces and just see where, maybe we could get something like that for either out front of one of the buildings at Legion or VFW, or in the park setting. We're talking about maybe, definite maybe, out in the future of closing off part of Harrison Street and putting a tank or howitzer down there. I do know that a couple years ago when I was airport director, I contacted the Navy to try to get a surplus airplane down here to an area over on the airport, and the budget for that was off scale high, nothing that we could afford, but something smaller, howitzer, tank, something like that, surplus. I don't know what they do with that. I don't know who to contact on the
Mr.
Army side.
Manager, Len Doobie is very well acquainted with doing. He did that for a post up north, and I believe if you were to get together with him, he could give you a lot of information on what they've done, because he has brought this matter up to the American Legion in the past.
We pondered over that, but it costs money to get them shipped to you. They're available, I understand, until the new, what the heck am I going to say?
But there are fundings available for that, for a type of operation like that. With the Veterans Council, they have quite a bit of funding available for different things and different organizations. This is something I wanted to kind of pass along to the city manager, to you, and to the city representatives, that the Veterans Council has over 30-some-odd associate members who are in different walks of life on charitable work and so forth for veterans, and including repairing homes and raising money and all that things. And a project like that would be one that probably could go before them.
I think it's kind of a good idea. It might be kind of tough budget-wise to get an airplane out by the airport. I've learned that, but something smaller, a tank, howitzer, something like that, some other piece, an
Something the kids to
APC
play
or
with.
something like that.
Some of the kids go in and out of and play with.
Yeah.
Lynn was telling me that there's a place up on US 1 that they were moving out a lot of double-wide mobile homes or double-wide
A development.
manufactured housing type things. He said, is it possible if we could get one of those to even put it on the American Legion property? I said, I don't know. I will have to talk with Joe or talk with you, find out if something like that would be possible.
Sure. I mean, it'd have to get permitted by our building department, inspections, the tie downs and such, and things like that, depending on what the use is. But I mean, all those things are possible. I mean, Wayne and the building department certainly worked with us.
We did try that. I had donations coming from the school, the charter school on Wave Street. When they rebuild the building, they were going to give us all of the extra buildings that were being taken out. And the main problem I ran into with the city was that it had to be in a decorum that is for the commercial area here. Mm-hmm. And it never really got off base because we just didn't get together on it. But it was possible. But they said that you did have to meet the decorum of the commercial area.
Well, that's true too. But the other thing is the use of the VFW and American Legion, certainly the park, is such that you want that participation from the public and that an exhibit like that in the public eye. I mean, certainly if if VFW or American Legion made a presentation to council here with the veterans who we have on the council, I'm sure that they'd appreciate something like that.
Do we have any idea what the cost would be to get some of that equipment down here? Did Doobie ever give us a cost estimate?
I mean, one of the things that might help, I mean, as far as cost would be, we could provide, city could provide transportation depending on what it is. We have,
I think that's your biggest cost is transportation, from what I understand.
yeah, we can,
Okay.
we could help with that. That's
Again, I would refer to Len Doobie for that. He has a lot of information on that particular subject.
Ian's got a lot of pull.
It's a person we're well working with to get that type of thing done.
If there's no objections, we will do a study within the membership here over the next month or so and report back at the next meeting about what might be available and what it might cost, and then look at to see what kind of permits we'd need to make it happen.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'd like to speak to you, City Manager. I wanted to pass a little information along to the City Council. The Veterans Council of Indian River, and incidentally, Indian River is one of the largest veteran areas in the state, has facilities to help people in Sebastian, and I've actually been involved in helping veterans in Sebastian, so that it'd be very amenable if the city had any references they wanted to forward on to the Veterans Council, to the what we call the Outreach Committee, for consideration of assistance and aid, housing, repairs, financial rent problems, things that are generally meet the criteria would be available. There is financial funds available for that.
Maybe we should talk, you and I, later, and I can get some contact information.
Okay. Do you have anything further for the committee? Okay. Items for the next agenda, we will be carrying forward the Public Works and the display. And the next meeting will be the first Monday in August. And then we'll be looking at the fall programs of the memorials. I should be able to give a better idea of what will be going on then.
Well, yeah, he'll be back. He's up north right. You talking about Lynn? He's up north right now. He'll be back about the middle of this month.
Okay, fine. If there's no other business before the committee, I'll ask for a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn.